I want you to think back to the first time you ever remember being truly afraid. What was it? Does it stick with you today? This is the sort of thing that we talk about on the House of Asher. Won't you join us? The House of Asher, a clearinghouse for the mind. Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Steve Asher. You're listening to the House of Asher. Tentatively going to be episode 22. What I want to speak to you about is when I was a kid, around the same time of Poltergeist and all that, there's another show called Phantasm that come out that really scared the shit out of me. It was around the same time as Star Wars, and I always noticed that the little Jawa creatures that was on Tatooine that did all the trading and all that bared a very close resemblance to the little creatures that the Tall Man used in Phantasm. So, you know, I mean, they had the brown cloaks. They're these little gnarled up rat-looking creatures that's always grabbing this and that, and they're just little toady creatures. So anyway, what I did was, in my little, my simple childlike mind, even at a young age, I would smash Fandoms up. So I thought, well, hey, maybe this Tall Man grabbed some of these Jawas some which way, or maybe they even bought some, you know, sort of a slave deal or whatever, and used them in his little hellscape. So, and I was like, well, okay, well, maybe that did happen, you know. So here these characters are running back and forth and all that. So I would think about this, especially when I had to walk through the graveyard at night. I had to walk through our large city graveyard, Cedar Hill Cemetery in Princeton, Kentucky, and I would cut through there because my dad lived on the other side of it. So instead of walking through the middle of town, figured, well, it's safer there. Cops aren't going to hassle you. The dead's not going to bother you. So just cut to the graveyard. So, but instead of the actual graveyard, I took a little creek, like I walked a worn down path through the woods, and which was kind of where an area like Danny Glick and his brother got messed with. So I was pretty much destined to die, but for whatever reason the Dark Master had other plans, I guess. So anyway, I would cut through there, and sometimes, you know, you could almost imagine, you know, the little Jawa creatures ducking in behind tombstones and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, you know, for some reason I always thought there was some correlation between that. You know, in my mind growing up, you know, watching stuff like Buck Rogers too, I thought, well, hey man, maybe they're just in another quadrant away from, you know, some of the stuff going on with the Empire, or maybe they're, you know, maybe a little bit closer to something on Star Trek and stuff. So anyway, and that was just how my mind went. I'm kind of curious about what you guys think about it. Do you think the Jawas could be connected in some sort of, you know, other universe, and, you know, in theory anyway, to the Tall Man's little servants? I'm curious what you guys think, and also what other kind of fandoms do you guys smash up, you know, in your head growing up? You know, it just seems like to me they bear so much similarity that it's really hard to kind of at least halfway entertain that. So get back with me on it. Remember, you can catch my other stuff on YouTube under House of Asher. You can find my stuff, my page Stevie Asher on Facebook. I have a Twitter, have Google Plus, Instagram account, all that. I try to post all kinds of different weird stuff and kooky stuff that I come across, and just things I thought were cool. Also, you know, please check out my books. House of Asher is the series I've got out right now. That's through Simon & Schuster, carried by Permuted Press. And my wonderful, godlike sponsors, Ollie's Oddities, or Oller's Oddities. Man, I got screwed that up. Oller's Oddities in Paducah, Kentucky. Doug Oller, super solid dude, and all-around nice guy. Makes all kinds of friggin' creepy dolls that scare my children, so he's a good friend of mine. Also Dare to Dream, Joanna Smith. She does all kinds of different crazy scents and things, and she's very talented and is doing the hauntings of series of scents, which is kind of different. It ties in with my books. Posh Embroidery, as always. Nikki LaFoon and the people down there are always really good folks, and they also carry the some of my shirts and make, you know, the mugs and all the different stuff related to my show. Finally, I want to say Infinity Collectibles, Alex Martin and his brother, super great old school Paducah guys. And can't say enough nice stuff about these guys. But anyway, I'm getting ready to jump off here because I'm going to go enjoy my day. It's Thursday. We're on the downhill slide to the weekend, and I'm going to enjoy all the fruits of the day. But as the night approaches, the shadows grow long. Make sure to check your back door, under your bed, and your closet. Maybe peek out your window, look up that pathway that leads to the old, overgrown graveyard. Maybe you'll see one of Tall Man's little guys or a Jawa digging through your trash can looking for electronic components. But either way, be good to yourself, be good to each other, and until we see each other again, stay scared.